Man, where y'all at? Don't keep me waiting too long. I'm giving out free smoke to you bozos who call yourselves patriots. Why y'all up at the Capitol building destroying shit? Why are you guys assaulting officers? I need every Trump supporter, every white nationalist, every white supremacist, every Proud Boy, every Klan member, get in here and get this smoke. Because y'all swore up and down that it was people that look like me that are ruining this country. But look what y'all doing. Hell no, that wasn't staged. What up, MSK, the GOAT? What up, PNP Rocket? How was it staged, bro? Please tell me that. Because, I mean, they actually destroyed property. They actually assaulted the police, and a woman got killed. That doesn't sound like something staged or coordinated. Oh, my God. Okay. Bro, you really need to stop with the conspiracies when evidence is right there in your face. It's right there in your face. Please tell me what would make police officers and people that are protecting the Capitol building decide, let's stage this crazy situation where we're going to be outnumbered, hundreds of people to every 4 or 5 police officers, and get surrounded in a building and attacked, things thrown at us, stabbed at with the pointy part of American flags. Oh, and by the way, let's go ahead and spice it up. Let's kill somebody too. Okay, bro, you're mistaking something being staged and something being an inside job. 9/11 was just an inside job. That's not what that's not what you call staged. Staged is something fake. Hence the word staged. Theatrics happen on a stage. Acting, there was no acting in that situation. 9/11 it was a setup. It was an inside job, and it was a frame job. It was an inside job that was used to frame third world countries so we could go in and steal oil from them. So we had an excuse to go kill them because they had something we wanted. There was literally nothing to gain from a bunch of Trump supporters rushing the White House. I mean, not the White House, the Capitol building, and assaulting police officers. Bro, leave the live with the conspiracies. You make no sense. I mean, people, like, it's easy to say they staged 9/11 and people died in the process and they didn't care either. That's not called being staged, bro. Oh my God. Like, your term, you need to get a little bit better with your terms, bro. Seriously. The first definition for staged is presented or performed on a stage. This is not the first time that a staged musical has been broadcasted live. That's an example. Planned, organized, or arranged in advance, often an event or situation intended to seem otherwise. I rest my case, bro. I rest my case. Now, is it a conspiracy? Are they conspiring? Yes. But this is not a performance. Honestly, this idiot saying it was staged, you're just as dumb as the people that were there, and it makes me tight to know that more serious action was taken against the rioters. Exactly. Glad to see you again, my friend. Hey, what's good, Demars? Do you believe there is a civil war possibility? Yes, I do. I think that the diehard Trump supporters are not gonna let this rest, and they're gonna keep coming harder and harder until they get their way. And now that a woman has lost her life in this situation, I definitely think they're coming a lot harder. The Trump fans know what they was doing. When I said stage, I said it as a joke. Notice I put LOL. Either way, it was staged to happen. All right, bro. I'm gonna let you have it. Like, because at this point, I'm being redundant by continuing to repeat the same definition to you. The Nashville bombing was staged too. Okay, bro. I mean, you can keep saying that. Let me not be too politically correct on here because I don't like when people are overly politically correct either. So if you want to say stage, you can say stage, bro. Do I think there's an agenda behind it? Yeah, I do. But exactly, that's exactly what I just told him, PNP Rocket. I told him that that lady died. When something is staged, that means the two parties that are involved are on the same side. So why would they kill somebody behind it? What? So now you're saying sentences that don't even make sense. I'ma keep saying you deflecting over a word I said. Laugh aloud. Okay, deflecting is when there is something that a general population of people are responsible for, but then they take it and internalize it and say, well, it wasn't me personally that did it. It was those guys over there. Or they make an excuse for the actions of the majority. That's what deflecting is. I'm not making an excuse for anybody, and I'm not passing on blame for something that I am to take the blame for. How you know somebody really died? You just being told that because there's literally a video of the woman being shot and then she's being rushed out of the building, a bloody mess, and then it was reported on every news station. And then her husband is speaking on it too. This was not an organized event. At the very end of it, whenever more reinforcements came, those people got their behinds kicked. Do better, bro. Do better. By the way, those of y'all that are really rocking with me, don't forget to leave a like. Yikes. Yeah, yikes is right, but the news lie all the time. Okay, that's when there are agendas, bro. With the elites, along with the United States of America, once they get. So what they wanted was Trump out of the White House. Trump is out of the White House. There was no more conspiracies to be had by the elites. The main goal was to get that man out of the White House. They got that. There you go. Now you got the right words. There's definitely an agenda behind everything that happens in this country. But the news people, like that lady dying is not part of an agenda. She was killed because she was attacking police officers along with a group of men, and those men were too cowardly to take the bullet for her. Because a real man that claims he's a patriot and claims he's finna die, he's ready to die for the rights of this country, would have been man enough to stand in front of that woman as soon as the gun was pointed at her. Even if somebody died, that doesn't mean it wasn't staged. They don't care about killing somebody to make shit seem real. Bro, once somebody dies, it is real. That's a real life being taken. Once somebody dies, it's no longer fake. Fake is like wrestling. When they do those little slaps across the chest and the guy jumps up on the turnbuckle and acts like he's just oozing with pain, that's fake. That's staged. That's choreographed. A woman losing her life is not staged. That was not part of the agenda, my dude. IDK what you have said already, but I find it crazy how only one person was killed, knowing well that if it was colored people other than white people, a lot of people would have been hurt and killed. Yeah, big time. But I'm not mad that more people didn't die. Like, I'm just mad at the fact that people are acting like this isn't the worst offense to happen this year as far as riots and protests go. I wonder what Hollywood director directed this shit. Laugh aloud. Maybe it's the CIA office they got in Hollywood. Laugh aloud. Well, Hollywood makes videos to expose the truth, makes movies to tell the truth in subliminal ways because devil worshippers and Satanists believe that they need to reveal themselves and their plans to whoever asks. So demons must answer to who they are. When you ask a demon their name, they must reveal themselves in their true face. So devil worshippers, just like Christians, believe that the being that they worship, they're to be more like, they're to be in their image. So devil worshippers believe that they're to be in the demon's image and the devil's image. Which really, the demons are really just used by the devil to punish the wicked, which a lot of people don't know. But that's a whole nother topic. Either way it goes, yes, Hollywood does tell the truth. You're definitely right about that. Definitely right about that. Every bit of, like, the fact that The Simpsons predicts everything. Come on now. 10, 20, 30 years in advance. It's not by accident. It's not by accident at all. Oh my God, y'all are gonna get me in so much trouble for this stream. Where the heck are the Trump supporters at? Because I did the same thing on TikTok and nobody showed up. I didn't get any Trump supporters, so I guess they're hiding with their tails between their legs right now. They haven't said nothing. I'm not even mad at Trump supporters. I just want to know where the hell their heads are at. Like, what the hell are y'all thinking? And you're constantly talking about how terrible black people are and all this extra stuff, and any protest, whether it's peaceful or not, any protest that happens with us, y'all want to talk about how crazy and terrible it is and how we don't follow the laws, we don't respect police and all this extra shit. But then y'all go destroy the Capitol building and assault a bunch of police officers. They are hiding in media that'll confront them. I fuck with your channel hard, but I'm telling you, this shit was staged as a distraction for something. Them Antifa, well, who knows? All I know is I don't just believe things because I'm being told. You know, like, after living a certain amount of time and going through enough BS and seeing multiple presidents transition in and out of the White House, you begin to realize, like, what's real and what's fake. That situation right there, my dude. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not questioning your credibility or any of that, because right now there's not enough information out there for anybody to decipher what's really going on. But from the looks of things, the people that lost a lot, like the people that were getting beat up and shot at today, are not the typical targets of this country. So it's very questionable. And I'm honestly not going to be comfortable coming to any conclusions right now, because this is unheard of. Right now, my biggest fear is that a civil war will happen. And I live in a major city right now. There's at least 6 government buildings on my block alone, let alone my whole neighborhood. So I'm just expecting riots and stuff this weekend. A bunch of dumb stuff to happen. Me either. It might not be staged, but I'm leaning towards it being staged. Yeah. It's just all I know from the past few protests from the Trump supporters that's happened in my neighborhood. It gets extremely quiet, and then out of nowhere, just an eruption of nonsense. Who's to say it won't be worse this time? They're trying to start chaos to create a civil war so they can implement, the New World Order agenda. I do believe that. I think, honestly, tyranny is the ultimate goal of Donald Trump, and I do believe that Donald Trump had those people show up there. He said something in his speech that implied that he wanted people to show up. Exactly. That's what I was just talking about, Jamel. Like, there ain't no telling how much worse this situation can get. But this is what happens when you don't check people ahead of time. When you make people feel like they're free to do whatever they want and that it'll go unpunished. When you make people feel like they are above a certain group of people, this is what you get. This is what you get.
Where is everybody? Huh?
I got videos of the lady who had her life taken ranting about some crazy stuff. There ain't no telling, man. But what I do need is for Trump supporters to get on here and get this smoke. Y'all showed y'all ass today. After condemning black people for years because we were upset that unarmed black men and women were being killed for no reason. Y'all laughed at us. y'all reenacted the things we were upset about on public platforms. Now look what y'all are doing. Just because your presidential candidate didn't win. A presidential candidate that's shown a large amount of racial insensitivity. And I'm saying that to be politically correct. Because you know how YouTube and TikTok do when you throw the word racist around. He did tell them to show up. Someone from his group of people said that he was telling them that this was his goal. And then there ain't no telling like what he expected to go down. All I know is he wasn't out there when that crap was going down. He went out there when that crap was going down. That's what happens when one man is able to get the most ignorant people in the world to follow him. He can make those dumbasses do anything he wants. He owns those people. Anybody who's wearing a Make America Great Again hat, that disgusting red hat, is owned by Donald Trump. If you've got a flag with the American colors on it, and it says Trump across it, Trump owns you. That woman put herself in harm's way and got killed behind Trump. A man that probably doesn't give a damn that she's dead. I know for a fact he doesn't care. You know how many times he's made fun of people in active duty? Y'all thought that man loved y'all? You really that silly? Wrong woman. It's Trump supporter on my block sometimes. They just looked at me and it gets weird for me going outside. Man, I promise you one thing. That person's more scared of you than you are of them. They want us gone and they want us dead because they fear us. They thought Trump can give them courage to implement this crazy world where it's okay for them to spit at us, curse at us, beat us, assault, do things to our children, get us locked up and all this stuff. They thought with Trump in the office it would be okay to do those things. And now they're realizing that Trump is just as powerless as every other presidential candidate that's been in that office. Stupid. Y'all thought y'all accomplished something today. They ain't gonna do nothing but fix the Capitol building back up with taxpayer money. And we could say bye-bye to that $2,000 stimulus check ever being passed. You sure right. This better not go on through Black History Month. Otherwise, we're going to have to make some Black history. If you know what I mean. It's crazy because, like, them ignorant fools will never stand in the face of a black man one-on-one with no weapons. There will never be a scenario where one Trump supporter, my size, with no weapons at all, will throw hands with me. The only person that'll be bold enough will be somebody twice my size. And he'll have his buddies behind him. They don't show up one by one. They show up in large groups, and they'll intimidate women that may have one or two guys with them. Biggest cowards on the face of this earth. It better not. They know they can get away with anything when Trump was in a... But the thing is, though, they've always gotten away with everything. That's just the way it's been. What the hell would y'all think? What the hell y'all think would happen to this country if all of a sudden there was an epidemic of a bunch of black police officers shooting a bunch of unarmed white people? What do you guys think would happen? I'd say we'd lose a lot of police officers. It's crazy because just months ago, shut up. Just accept this, accept that. Oh, don't worry. If Trump doesn't win, we'll accept it. We'll accept it. We're not gonna be like the BLM, Black Lives Matter and all these other groups. We're not gonna be like them. We're just gonna accept it. We'll take the loss. But the first thing that happened whenever he lost the election is you accused Biden of cheating. You said that the numbers were fake. You said that people that weren't registered to vote voted. And now you guys are attacking the Capitol building and police officers. Come on now. Come on now. Get up out of here with that, man. I wish Tupac was here and Malcolm X. Real talk. You know, I got an MLK shirt on right now, and I love MLK, but he wouldn't be the type of black hero we need right now because he believed in peace above all. We need the by any means necessary. Remember that speech Tupac gave where he said, imagine he said, you know, we've been asking nicely since slavery. How long how much longer do you want us to ask? He said that's like somebody's hungry and they're knocking on the door like, hey, uh I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Can I come in and get something to eat? Please, I'm starving. Can we please come in and get something to eat? Hey, we're getting really hungry. We need to come inside to eat. He's like, eventually, people are going to kick down the door and storm in and take what they need to eat. And the funny thing is these Trump supporters really think just because they're more ignorant than us that they have the upper hand. You don't know what I'm willing to do to protect my family and my well-being. Goofy, bro. Hey, what up, Demond Length? I appreciate that. It would have been different if they were. Yeah, it would have. What's going on today is not our business as black people, but it does affect us. We need somebody to speak up and change our mindset. What's going on? Man, it may not be our business, but it's definitely something I want to talk about because the hypocrisy is our business. The fact that we were condemned for years for begging them to stop killing us while unarmed. And we were told, shut up, quit complaining, and just follow the rules, obey the laws, don't resist, yada yada. But y'all are out here striking police officers. That's what pisses me off. Next Kendrick album is gonna be another masterpiece. Yeah, that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and D Smoke are definitely gonna have something to say about this, and I can't wait because I love the way they articulate themselves via music. Somebody just told me I need to open my eyes. Those are not Trump supporters, but they're all wearing Make America Great Again" hats. They're all using wearing holding flags. Like, come on now. They all sat out there in the freezing cold and listened to Trump talk for hours. And you talking about that ain't no Trump supporter. If you don't get the hell on. But every time somebody does something ignorant in the name of Black Lives Matter, they'll swear up and down it has to be Black Lives Matter that did it. Keep that same energy when it's one of those events. Then talking about this ain't that ain't Trump supporters. Get the hell out of here. It is a Trump supporter. They've been making them threats.
Stop at the bar. Where is everybody? Huh? Huh? You got where is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this murder.
Dang, I didn't know you knew about D Smoke. Yeah, D Smoke is one of my favorite artists. Hey, bro, check Cash App, brother. Oh shoot. Oh, I didn't receive it, or did I? Oh yeah, I did. I did. Thanks, man. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that, man. Childish Gambino said it. This is America. Most definitely. You ain't said nothing. Slick to a can of oil. Yes, I did vote. One thing Americans need to do is start voting for the parties that get ignored. Those are the parties that are actually for the people. The two major political parties always have an agenda behind them. Most campaigns are theatrics. It's those people that we ignore and spit on and insult them and say that they have no chance at winning that actually care about the people. You know how many times we ignore small parties, the Green Party, neutral parties? We ignore them like they don't matter, but it's people like me and you. It's the people that work in schools teaching kids, the good-hearted nurses, firemen, people that save people for a living. And they retire from those jobs and decide, hey, I had a career, a long career of helping people, but I feel like I'm worthless now. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to run. I'm going to run for mayor. I'm going to run for governor. Oh, better yet, now that I've been governor, I've been mayor, let me run for president. And we ignore these people, even though they've been in our shoes. Some of these people that are running for president in these small parties, in these third parties, are people that have probably saved a couple of your family members' lives, probably have taught your kids. Why do we ignore the people that have proven that they care about us? Humanitarians. If somebody like Chance the Rapper or Jim Carrey, actual real humanitarians ran, we would ignore the shit out of them like we always do. Facts. Yes, indeed. Grab your drinks and notepad. We in here. Yes, indeed. I voted for Kanye. Kanye West was a little on edge. I couldn't. They talking about scared of us with black skin, but look at what they're doing. Yeah, I can't believe it. In Canada, we have the chance to have many political parties. Usually, what happens is that we don't have the majority elected, and most people is upset. Man, I gotta commend you guys out there in Canada because throughout this whole entire pandemic, you guys have done a wonderful job and you guys have taken care of your people. When I saw how much money has been given out to every other country and continent, like for the pandemic, I'm baffled. Some of y'all are seeing monthly payments. We're not getting that in America. We got one $1,200 stimulus check and one $600 stimulus check. And the pandemic started almost a year ago. Thank you. Going back to work now. All right. I'll catch you later, man. It's crazy because when you think about it, all the money we pay in taxes in America, which we have one of the higher tax rates in the world, it wouldn't have broken the budget at all to give a little bit of that money back. People would have been able to save their businesses. And yes, small businesses, even if they're mom and pop shops, help the economy. People would have been able to recover their businesses. People wouldn't have to file for bankruptcy, which is not good for the economy when people have to file for bankruptcy. Like, man, I appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription. And I hope you see us again, man. Hope you come by again on a live stream. But it's like we're doing all these counterproductive things. And it's been happening throughout the entire pandemic. And it's crazy how the pandemic started once Donald Trump was up for re-election. It's crazy. Spending less in military would be a start. Exactly. Like, you know how much money is spent on testing weapons? Testing weapons. Crazy. And the crazy thing is like they put all this money into military funds just to kill veterans whenever they come back to America. Police officers kill them. And we never get the backstory to why they end up killing them. It's just, oh, well, another vet was killed in cold blood. They're asking, it's like they're asking for blood. And when people are pissed off and angry, who's going to say no? Yeah, like billions and billions. Shoot, probably damn near trillions. Like, I just don't get it. At my building, I walk past people that sleep outside my building every day. Yeah, I've given some clothes to them, some shoes. But in the long run, what the hell is that doing for him? He's still sleeping outside. There's like a little overhang where he sleeps. So it's like as long as he sleeps like on this, it's crazy. This the little sidewalk that he sleeps on with the overhang is like the size of a twin bed, and then the overhang is like a king size. But when it storms outside, he's screwed. Mildewed clothes, mildewed blankets. The messed up thing is when stimulus checks come out, people like him don't get them. He doesn't get a direct deposit. Taxpayers only. No room for broke people, right? Trump is trying to start something he can't finish, and he will always be a coward. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, think about how much time he even has left on his time span, on his lifespan. How much time does that man have in this country that he's destroying? He might die next year. I mean, I'm not wishing death on him or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, when people get up in age and they deal with a great amount of stress, there's no telling how much longer that person has. In two more elections, Trump will probably be gone. America is falling apart, and this is the first barrier knocked down. We can't give you an address. You don't have your social help. True that. You're right. You're right. You're right. Oh wait, we can't. Okay, we can't give you social help. You don't have an address. Until total anarchy and chaos. But I will tell you one thing: that man does have a birth certificate. He has a birth certificate. He has a social security card. Probably has an ID too. So yeah, government can find him. Where their money at? By the way, I know y'all see the red cup. I promise you, it's just cranberry juice. I'm using the red cup because I don't feel like washing dishes tonight. Yeah, it would be a nice start. Because what I've seen the past few years is that humanitarians don't end up in the White House. If you care too much about other people, you will not end up in the White House. There's no room for you. And for a lot of people, simply acting like the country's headed in a better direction is enough for them. They're okay with that. We'll never understand it, and I honestly don't think it's meant for us to understand it because we're not part of this the elites. Y'all, it could take years. How did the protesters get far in the Capitol building? Bro, they stormed past the police. They came in overwhelming numbers. Like there was thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people there. And like a few hundred cops. They had to keep bringing in reinforcements. Bro, they backed down the police. They backed the police down. It wasn't until like an overwhelming amount of police officers came and just had that effort mentality and started whooping ass that they finally backed down. Yeah, one lady got shot. But I'm pretty sure she bit the bullet for somebody else that it was meant for. She was hostile. She was hostile too. But I can't help but think that that bullet was not meant for her. She was just in the way. Because when you got all these men in the same vicinity of a woman, and she's the one who takes the bullet, craziness. Oh yeah, they being savage in my comments, man. They're talking about that lady deserved what she got. They found the bomb, didn't they? Ooh, I'll have to look into that. You telling me something I didn't know, bud? Huh? Did they? If they found the bomb, then there was no choice. If them suckers was trying to blow up the Capitol building, they got everything they asked for. Honestly, they didn't get everything they asked for, but they asked for everything they got, to say the least. If they can have military and armed forces there for Black Lives Matter protests, they can do the same for Trump supports. Exactly. But that they made that the last resort, y'all. They made that the very last resort. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, eventually the cops showed up and started beating the brakes off of them, pushing them back over the wall or whatever that they climbed up to get there. But at the same time, it started like before noon. That crap started before noon, and the cops didn't start whooping ass until this evening, like a few hours ago. So Y'all know how quickly that would have been dismantled had it had been Black Lives Matter out there. Y'all know how quickly that would have been shut down. Thing is, though, a lesson was learned. When you go that ham and that hard, preaching hate and spreading hate and all this stuff, eventually it's gonna catch up to you. Ain't nobody in this world invincible. And them Trump supporters was acting like they were. You know something funny though? Somebody on my TikTok was saying, you need to open your eyes. That's not Trump supporters, that's Antifa. The thing is though, whenever it's a Black Lives Matter protest, they'll be like, oh, Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. Black people need to do this, they need to do that. They don't say that it's Antifa. But they swear up and down that Antifa's a bunch of black folks. All those people, except for a handful of them, were Caucasian people. And this is not me saying that all white people are bad. I'm just saying that Trump brings out all those bad white people. And he brings out all those black people that don't care about other black people. You want to call them Antifa, but if anything happens at a Black Lives Matter protest where we're protesting the death of an unarmed black person, oh, that's just Black Lives Matter. It couldn't have been Antifa. All right. All right. Go ahead and keep showing me how y'all feel. Keep telling me how y'all feel. Like, because at the end of the day, like, the inevitable is inevitable. This country is going down because of disagreements. We can't agree on certain things, so we're killing and destroying each other and each other's property. Civil war is on the way. As much as I hate it, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. Black Lives Matter protests started 12, police shut protests down, 12:06, 10 plus arrested, 20 pepper sprayed, and smoked. Yep, sounds about right. And let us complain about it. Well, you guys are violent, and you guys should listen to the police. This is the same exact situation with the KKK versus Black Lives Matter. I mean, not Black Lives Matter, Black Panthers. The Black Panthers held after school programs where they tutored kids and gave lunches to kids. They walked young kids to school. They protected their neighborhoods. They fed the homeless in the communities. They ran daycare services. The only time they were ever violent is when the police came and abused women and children in their neighborhoods. But the CIA shut them down because they had beef with the KKK, who will kill their own people if their people have any type of love or any lack of hate for black people. But the KKK is still up and running to this day. Was recently announced as a terrorist group. Recently, like last year. But the Black Panthers got shut down before the year 2000. Are we back in a Western cowboy society? Except this time we have all the cinema culture absorbed in our minds. Yeah. We know exactly what to look for now. And we know exactly when to take these phones and press record. That's the difference between now and then. Back then, the media had all the rights to sway the minds of all the people. They controlled the narrative because everything was based off of hearsay and photographs. You know how easy it is for a paparazzi or a media to just say, I ain't gonna take no pictures until they got handcuffs and they're taking them to jail, and then we'll say they did this and that's why they got arrested. But now civilians have camera phones and they're recording things from start to finish, so we can see the truth. And it's funny because a lot of people will say things like, you can't believe whatever you see on camera. They'll lie to you. They'll do this. They'll do that. I've seen this stuff happen with my own eyes, so don't tell me what to believe. That person's telling the same story I'm telling, or the same exact story that person's telling. I've been through it myself. That's why I believe them. Y'all swore up and down that Mike Brown's best friend was lying. How? The autopsy showed what happened. The autopsy said he was on his hands and knees with his hands up. He was shot through the hand and then shot down at a downward angle. How you do that when you're lunging at somebody? Come on now. These are all trumpets, a shame dying in the name of a billionaire that doesn't give two fucks about any. Man, you're a smart man. What do you expect when you rush into something as important as this, all for the excuse that you believe everything? Thank you. People are starting to wise up. Like, I'm starting to get some wise people on these posts, because usually whenever I do something like this, like when I make posts like this on TikTok, I get a bunch of hate and I get a bunch of the people that don't understand what they're seeing on camera. And they want to point the fingers at everyone else except the people that are actually responsible for what's going on. That lady knew what she was getting herself into, and she begged for it. All of them in there begged for it. She's just the only one who got what she asked for. And I suppose they want pity for what happened to this lady. Somebody had the nerve to say her name. How dare you? Domestic terrorism deserves you pitying this woman? It definitely looks like it. If Trump can do this, he can admit the shit he did and stop being a coward. Yeah. Because, I mean, look what's going on. Like, when conservatives lose, they riot, scream, smash windows, and assault police. I'm not even going to name a political party that does these type of things. I'm just going to say that Trump supporters are doing this right now. And I don't think I've seen it get this bad before. They assaulted police officers just to get in the building and be disrespectful. They tore down American flags. The same people that used to get pissed off if somebody burned a flag are tearing down American flags at the Capitol building. Broke into offices, busted out windows, stole podiums, destroyed media cameras, attacked police, all in the name of Donald Trump. They proved wall don't work. Yeah. In Canada, there's a group called the Free Mind Thinkers, who are basically a bunch of anti-vax, anti-mask people. They seem to tend more in the Trump side, and it's really concerning. And the crazy thing is, Trump ain't gonna do nothing for them. Four more people just got killed. 4 more people just got killed at the building. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all are dying for nothing. Crazy thing is the people have never been in control. No matter how much we like to think that we have been, we've never been in control, and we never will be. That's not what they want for us. They want us to shut up, do what we're told, and go to work every day. They want us to be sheep. They died to own the lives. It's funny because they're going to be referred to as by Trump supporters as real patriots and all this stuff. It's nothing patriotic about losing your life behind a man who doesn't care about your life. And that's word to the wise. Care about yourself. They would much rather be sacrificial for a man that doesn't care about them, that doesn't care about anybody, hardly cares about his own kids. Look how he raised them. So true since the founders, right? The people who own the country ought to govern it. John Jay, first Supreme Court Justice of U.S. I like that. Crazy thing is, though, the same people that own the United States of America own the world. Other countries and other continents just don't know it yet. It has always been this way. Most disturbing thing about it is, I don't know if y'all are ready to hear this. I'll eventually post it in another video, but it goes a lot deeper than the elites and the Illuminati and the government and everything that we know to be a body of force today. There's something way more out of their league than we know. The Illuminati are servants to a higher power. The government too. There's people in Hollywood that are untouchable. Who own the USA? The elites, and let's just say that they're not all human. They're not all human. Tax dodging billionaires. Yep. When your money does something to protect the economy, they're not going to let anything happen to you. You can do whatever you want. They allow you to purchase vacant islands, and do whatever the hell you want on those properties because it's not U.S. property. So any crimes committed over there, you cannot be held to anything. So when you think about the fact that Bill Gates owns an island, John Podesta, Weinstein, Epstein, Charlie Sheen, the list goes on and on, y'all. Yeah. People were never meant to be ruled by other people. Look what we do whenever we're in positions of power and whenever we control things. I can't even promise that I would be that all that great of a person if I had that much power. You know, we're people. Things go to our heads. All it takes is us being upset about something or being mad about something and realizing, I don't like this and I have the power to change it. I'll do it by any means. Vindication is a drug. Once you do one thing at a vindication, you start doing other things. You become comfortable with those actions. Once somebody becomes comfortable doing wrong, they do wrong all the time. Especially if they're never held accountable for it. Country ain't never gonna wake up, man. We're stuck. Ooh, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna be up for a little while longer before I have to go downstairs. Structures of hierarchy and domination over human life need to be justified. Yeah, like say we were just like a really savage society that there were no laws implemented to organize us as a country and keep everybody in line. Then I would understand. But the fact that people are governing in this country, and a lot of the time people don't do wrong. Like there's more people that don't break laws in the world than there are of people that do break the laws. And the fact that we have that makes all this crap going on right now in DC unnecessary. Did some Trump supporters explain why the assault after all? Nope. I haven't. I like they haven't on TikTok and they haven't on here obviously, and I don't think they will. I don't think they care. All they're gonna do is sit this out and be quiet for a little while and let this all blow over. But it's never gonna blow over because things will get worse and worse until it's fixed. And if you can't justify that authority and power and control, then the authority ought to be dismantled and replaced with something more free and just. Exactly. You know, it's crazy because our forefathers said that whenever a structure or government body, in so many words, if it starts going towards tyranny and a dictatorship, we have the right to dismantle it and replace it. But when wicked people are in control, they make sure that there's no way for you to get out of current state of being. And I say that to say they have reinforcements just in case people rebel. And 9 times out of 10, because of the food that we eat, because of what's in the air, because of what we drink, those reinforcements are already set in stone. Like whatever could have been done to prevent all this should have been done in the 1900s. At all. They never even mention it because it doesn't fit their agenda and it's not their goal. But all the while, they know what they're doing. And they know a lot of us know what they're doing. But as long as you have plausible deniability, what laws will condemn them? All they have to do is get on national television and get a bunch of big names and big people of all ethnic backgrounds to say it's just conspiracies. This is not what's happening. Oh, I know this person personally, and I know that person personally, and they know me, and we all know each other, and this would never happen. I can back this up. I can back that up. Look, here's some more political jargon. Here's some propaganda to sway your attention to something else. Oh, look, another challenge. Let's do the nay-nay. Let's do the whip. Let's do the whoa. That's another thing that Childish Gambino exposed in the This Is America video. He showed exactly what's going on. You see all this craziness going on. They ignored the fact that he murdered that person in the very beginning of the movie, the video, because he started dancing. He danced his way past the police. He danced along with innocent bystanders and got away scot-free to the very end when he was being chased down by angry Americans. But y'all saw that. Like, I mean, it speaks for itself. The genocide, the police brutality in the video, death riding by on a horse, a man jumping to his death over a rail. I hate to say this is about stupidity, but it might be, and it hurts to say it. Yeah. Don't let me catch you slipping, huh? Yeah. Don't catch you slipping, huh? Look what I'm whipping up. Look how I'm geeking up. Cell phone is one of the most legit tools that we have right now. Somebody just said, as a Trump supporter, I have a hard time believing my fellow Trumpers would do this. Yes, there are bad apples, but the majority want a safe country. No, they don't. And then tried to play high and mighty by saying the story is a woman died. Okay, yeah, a woman died being caught up in something she had no business doing. And the people that were there with her that were supposed to back her up didn't have the balls to do so. So she lost her life behind it. And it's funny because they're acting like this situation is so hard to understand. But there's nothing difficult to understand about the situation. What happened because it was asked for. They sealed their own fates when they did the stuff they were doing. Just be careful what you're willing to fight behind. Yeah. Oh, we just want the money. All they did for you. I'm bumping that in the morning. Oh, look at TikTok suppressing this video. So they don't want the ugly truth out there. Cool. Yeah. We've done what needs to be done. You know, it's nice to know that whenever everything is said and done and this whole situation goes down in history, I like knowing that I was on the right side and that I kept a cool head. You know, even though, I go on my angry rants and everything, and I may not always say the nicest things, but, you know, at the end of the day, I have never been involved with domestic terrorism. Off subject, but have you spoke about the Kevin Samuel situation? Not yet, but I probably should get to that. That will get its own video. But I need y'all to do me a favor. Y'all need to help make this live stream go viral. And I mean, I know it's over an hour long, and a lot of people probably might not want to listen to the entire thing, but the right people will. Where the heck is that emoji at? But hey, I'm gonna get going, y'all. Y'all just make sure y'all help this video go viral. Do your best. I haven't had that much luck lately, but yeah, do your best to make sure this gets out here. And I'm gonna continue speaking on the nonsense and the BS. But y'all be easy and be safe out there. Out.